Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can connect directly into your calendar with AI, and then that allows you to do things like if one of your parents has 3 fixed appointments that week and maybe there's a couple of visits that you have scheduled, you can set those up as your fixed events in the calendars for the week, and then put something like, I also need to get these 7 tasks done, or whatever it is, whatever that you need to get completed for the week, and then it will help you kind of just designate the time based on free blocks for yourself. So it can read and write and see directly in your calendar, and you can even, it might give you proposals, and you can just go back and say, hey, I don't like I don't like where you've put that. Can you please modify that and put it here? You can also have it learn from your preferences. Like, let's say, you need to do shopping, and then you could just say, in general, I like to shop during these periods of time, right? Let's say I prefer to shop after 5 p.m. Then it will only, in the future, it will only pick after 5 p.m. for you to shop. So anyways, let me show you how to do that. You use, in this case, I'm using Claude. And this will be a little bit more complex of an example. There's an easier version of it where you just use the chat, and then you can say, just give me something to download, and then I'll upload that into my calendar. But in this case, I'm using what is called Cowork, which is, it's just a little bit, it gives you a little bit more in terms of capabilities. So it's called Cowork, and I'm going to be using my Google Calendar. Let's see, where did my Google Calendar go? There we go. I'll be using my Google Calendar as an example. And so the next steps will be in Claude. We will connect. You go to Cowork in Claude, which is something that Claude is a different version of ChatGPT that you can download as an app on your laptop or computer or even your phone. Or you can just connect to it from the browser. But in this case, I'm using the desktop app. Let me actually blow this up a little bit more so you can see it a little bit better. And then you can go to, so you go to here, you go to Cowork in the top left, and then you go to Customize. And then you go, let's see, Browse Plugins. And then you go to Connectors. And then I'm going to type in calendar. And then so you click on calendar and you go connect. And then I'm going to connect into my Google Calendar. So we'll just ask you to connect into your calendar. So I want to give it the ability to view events, see and download the calendar, see and edit and delete calendar. So yes, I want to give it all of that. Okay. So now it's connected. Let's see. Okay. So now we should be able to go back, and let's just in Cowork and just say, hello, can you verify that my calendar for Google is connected? So I can see 2 calendars on your account, Alex at the care prompt, and this is the one that I'm focusing on. And then so it will say, want me to pull up your upcoming events or anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this prompt that I've included in the email that I've sent, and then I'm going to copy it in here. And I'm going to say, here's Mom's week. These are fixed. So cardiology at Thursday at 2 p.m., lab Friday at 9 a.m., daily check-in at Mom's 4 to 5 p.m. And then here's what I need to fit around them: 30-minute Medicare call, business hours, grocery, one hour. You could say something like, I prefer to do this after 5 p.m. Pharmacy pickup, 15 minutes, one 90-minute block for me, no calls. So if you just want to like schedule quiet time for yourself, you can put that in there. And then it will say propose a week, each item with a day and time slot, list it, and wait for my okay before saving anything to my Google Calendar. So I'll put that in. So let me check your calendar for next week so I don't propose anything on top of an existing commitment. So this calendar is clear for the week. So here's a proposed week. Fixed items are anchored. I slotted the rest around them. So we'll have fixed. So that's just saying that they scheduled them to fit in. They've kind of told you the times that they've put this in. So you could just scan this and say, this is fine. Do you want me to add to the fixed mom items too? Or are those already handled elsewhere and I should only add the 4 to fit in? So it's asking if it should add these fixed ones. So I will say, yes, please add the fixed events, as well as to fit in. And so the interesting thing about this is that you can, it's just an example of like how you can connect into the things that you use for communication and coordination. Another example that I gave in another video is if you connect kind of a context for the person that you're caring for, you can do things like, say, summarize what happened this week from the voice memos that I sent you, automatically send out a summary to my siblings, and then whatever you want, and say schedule 3 things in my calendar. So everything could kind of just be centralized from this AI session, and you have all the tools. You could have your text messaging, your emails, your calendars all connected into here, and it can just really streamline communication and a lot of different things. So it just says it wants to create a calendar from Google, so you just say allow for this task. So it's creating these calendar events. So say all saved to your calendar. Yeah, so let's see what it looks like and see if it updated on the calendar. So yeah, so now you have all of these events on your calendar, and it was all just done via AI. And if you don't like these certain things, you can have the AI learn your preferences and feedback as you go along. So it kind of becomes like a calendar and time manager for you. But yeah, so anyways, I thought this was hopefully this is a pretty useful video. Thank you.